Om. Gayatri Mahamantra with back straight, both hands upon your laps, left beneath the right. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Gayatri Mahamantra. Today we come to the second part of the Gayatri Mahamantra, that is Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. The first word is Bhargo. What does Bhargo mean? It means effulgence of the Almighty. Tat Savitur Varenyam, that blissful divine radiance is excellence of the highest order and must be accepted. How and what for is the question. And to answer that comes Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. What is going to be the impact by accepting that blissful divine radiance which came in the first part, Tat Savitur Varenyam? In other words, let me also reiterate, what is Bhargo? If we invoke the blissful divine radiance and it manifests, what form shall it manifest? The form in which it shall manifest is Bhargo, the divine effulgence. The Rishi of the Upanishad conveys the meaning of Bhargo as Anna. Anna in Hindi and Sanskrit, it generally means food. But here the connotation is entirely different. It is about the strength, the ability. Yes, in a way, the food is also the source of strength in the physical realms. But here, the Anna is for a common understanding of the strength and ability. Effulgence is strength. What is the strength of the sun? It is its effulgence. And strength is Bhargo, Bharga. With the advent of strength, what happens? When the strength comes, all that otherwise withdraws a human from balance and growth and leads to suffering must perish. Strength means distancing from suffering. Strength means that now all the ill impacts that otherwise thwart our evolution, our inner growth, must leave, must perish now. So the Bhargo is strength. And when the strength comes, what happens? Impurities within, deficiencies within, the veil of ignorance within, all that stalls our inner growth, that incinerates. The intensity of the Bhargo, the effulgence, incinerate all kinds of impurities, contaminants that come and stall our inner growth. All aspects of individuality then vacate within us to relinquish itself from all undesirable elements, because the strength of its effulgence purifies. What does fire do? Fire is also a source to purify. We offer many things to fire for the sake of purification. The impurities must vanish. As the fire is a source for purity also, likewise Bhargo, the effulgence of the divine, when it manifests with its absolute intensity, all kinds of impurities within our own individuality perish. And what happens? Our inner strength is unleashed. All our unmindful and mindless wanderings at the end of the mind then start to leave our inner awareness, which otherwise is thronged, is bombarded by this brain popping machine of countless thoughts, imagination, which we term as mindless, unmindful wanderings. And then the awareness is bereft of all such contaminants. And that is the impact of purification by the manifestation of Bhargo. One shall gather purity and invoke blissfulness. Abilities then start manifesting within us. We already have a lot to unfold, a lot to unravel. But the veil of ignorance and the wandering of the mind, they disallow us to settle and even try to observe all those strengths which are already embedded into us. Strength leads to purification. Purification leads to further manifestation of desirable abilities that evolve a human towards divinity. In other simple words, light dispels darkness. The strength of Gayatri, that is the Bhargo, dissipates the deep rooted ills from the depths of our own subtle existence that we term as sanskaras, irrespective of their age and depth. And as our sadhana furthers, so does the purification. Karmic bondage is released. And those that start observing anushtans, dedicated sessions of worshipping, propitiating, incantation, then are able to accomplish much more by generation of an higher intensity of energy, which is able to incinerate even the karmas that equate tensility of the hard battles, the hardest aspects of our own depths, which otherwise act as contaminants and barriers to our growth, they dissipate. As Bhargo accumulates, the effulgence as it accumulates within us, and sadhak becomes full of blissfulness within and without. The light of soul then surfaces through Gayatri, and the job is done by Bhargo, the immutable cleaning agent. The unfathomable inner effulgence then unravels. It's already there. The obstinate insight under the clutches of bias beholds a larger part of our individuality. Bias from this life, bias gathered and accumulated from past several lives, that comes to us as our own perceptions, that deflect us even from the last moment, even despite of thoughtful decisions, we deflect at the last minute. What deflects us? That is the bias accumulated. It is one of the strongest enemy that comes to thwart our endeavors towards inner growth, our own evolution. Bias is released by the strength of Bhargo, and to accommodate what? Wisdom. And as the light of wisdom expands within us, we start accommodating and understanding others more. Certain rishis have mentioned that another word for Bhargo could be also beatitude, because the inner beauty is unraveled through this intense effulgence. It incinerates impurities. And what happens when impurities incinerate? The beatitude surfaces. Immaculate is the beatitude brought by the Bhargo, the strength that incinerates impurities. Having said that, now two more words are left after this. Devasya Dhimahi. Everything is falling in its place. A very well crafted, understanding by the exalted ones through their own inner observations. Crafted is the word which I have deployed because they were able to punctuate not only the letters, constitute the words, but also assign them their respective meanings. Everything lands into such a rationale that the truth, which in general may be indifferent or different to reality, falls in the right place. Having said that, we'll come down with more in the next episode of this ongoing series under Saturday Sattva upon mystical Gayatri Mahamantra. ओम ही सत्य है, ओम ही सत्य है, ओम ही सत्य है.